Check 1, check 2.
Michelle. He's gonna wave back. Everybody just keep waving. Yeah, Kyle, come here. Come down, Kyle.
Good, how are you?
Good. Is that their lineup?
Yeah.
You guys come on this side fence. Might be the only time you get invited. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's game between Mount Vernon Christian boys baseball and Coupville High School baseball at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield. Tonight we're going to be starting off with senior night presentations. Mr. Wolgamuth will be talking for Coach Andy Hansen, and we're going to get rolling right here. So I'm going to turn on the camera, audio, and we'll get rolling. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you for being here tonight to support Mount Vernon Christian baseball, and especially to honor and celebrate our two seniors and their families after 4+ years, 5 years for both of you, in the program. Come to a close here for our last home game. The season is definitely not over. These guys have a lot of big plans moving ahead. What we want to do right now is honor these guys and especially their families. First off, Trevor Blum family. Trevor's the son of Elliot and Sue Blum. He has 2 older siblings, sister Lexi and brother Carson. College plans, Trevor will attend Dordt University, and from what I understand, just signed yesterday with Dordt University of Sioux Center, Iowa. Trevor's going to pursue a degree in engineering technology. Recently, he was offered and accepted his baseball scholarship. His favorite MVC baseball memory was hitting a double to left center, scoring 2 runs against Liberty Christian in the semifinals to lead MVC to play in a state championship game 2 years ago? 2022. Trevor also has the only over-the-fence home run in MVC baseball history from Coach Hansen. Oh, yeah, let's go. Trevor has led by example and will be an exceptional leader and player at Dordt University. Our coaching staff wishes him the best of luck. The verse that best describes Trevor, Philippians 2:3 and 4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. Not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Ladies and gentlemen, Trevor. Our only other senior this evening, Jordan Fedema, the family of Jordan, son of Jim and Michelle Fedema. He also has 2 younger siblings on the team, brothers Jake and Josh. After MVC, Jordan will pursue wildland firefighting and continue to work. His favorite MVC baseball memory is playing in the state championship game as a sophomore. Jordan was the first player to score a run in MVC baseball history as an 8th grader. From Coach Hansen, Jordan has been a quiet servant leader to our young team this year. After missing 2 weeks of the season, Jordan has been a consistent utility player for MVC. Our coaching staff wishes him the best of luck. The verse that best describes Jordan is Matthew 20:26. It shall not be so among you, but whoever desires to become great among you shall be your servant. Jordan. I think that's all we got. Let's play ball. Go Canes.
Gotta open it up. My balloons are trying to hold on to everything like fish.
Hey, John, your first senior night.
First senior night. Hey, we're close. One more. One wrapped up, not in rectangle wall.
Good job, Mr. MC. Coach Grill goes on for 2 pages.
Hey, we'll just spread the other guy what he's doing. See, you know, the one that.
All right, well, cool stuff out there on the baseball diamond so far. Looks like teams will be, sorry, not teams, but families will be taking a couple pictures near the home plate area, courtesy of Janine Price. Janine Price also on the yearbook staff and also has a senior son in this class. Both of these fellas been friends of mine for a while now. I could pretty easily say that. Been going to school with them for both 12 plus years. Jordan Fedema took a little bit of a break in elementary school a little bit, but Trevor and I have stuck together for the whole time. Been a lot of fun, a lot of cool memories, a lot of fun watching these guys play some baseball. And I don't know if you can hear that or not, but in the background, Cody Brown's heckling the Fedema family. Brown family and Fedema family close. And it'll be cool to see these guys play their senior night game. This is potentially one of the last games I will be broadcasting as a student. So, cool stuff for everybody. Yeah. We'll be rolling here with the game pretty shortly here from the Skagit Valley Dreamfield, home of your Hurricanes and home of the Skagit Valley Cardinals. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball on MVC TV.
How's the scorekeeper doing? Good, how you doing? Doing good. Good to see you. Made it seem easy time to get yours. Yeah. Yeah, that I believe. Let's see, what's the name of that chemical that you use? We used to put safety. I thought it started with an S that we incorporated just before we planted. Yeah. Not everybody used it. Not certified. Yeah. Surpass, that's what it was.
Well, like I said, a lot of cool stuff out there on the home plate area on the diamond. Really cool to honor those two gentlemen. Looks like they'll have a home plate meeting real shortly here. And now it is all business. These boys got to go out here and win a baseball game. Last night, Hurricanes, unfortunately, were lost at home here versus Woodby Island. I was not able to be here that night. I had prior commitments, but the Hurricanes will be playing Coupville on the road Thursday night, so this will be a little bit of a precursor to that game. The way the Hurricanes schedule is set up this year is they're doing a lot more on the road at home style sequences, much like more of a MLB or a more of a select schedule. Just something cool just to give the guys more of an experience of playing the same team pretty close in succession. Obviously, we've seen it hurt us a couple times where we've had a couple of teams that haven't had the depth of lineup as they would have liked, and so they weren't able to bring out the same pitching ability as they did either in the first game or they came out harder pitching in the second game. So we'll see where Coupville plays, and we'll see how the Hurricanes do tonight, and we'll be here on the call. Talk to you guys soon. Your Hurricanes will take a second to get all warmed up here at Skagit Valley Dream Field. And we will get rolling here shortly. On the mound to begin tonight looks to be Carson Wilms, the 8th grader. On the mask, or behind the mask rather, sorry. One second, gotta get the headphones off. Behind the mask will be Trevor Blum, number 12, your senior tonight, being recognized earlier. On first base will be Jake Fedema, younger brother to Jordan Fedema, also playing second base, senior Jordan Fedema, also recognized earlier this evening. Playing shortstop will be Grady Woodmansey over on shortstop. Grady is a freshman. Connor Mounts over on third, another freshman. Outfield warming up. Sorry, that is not Connor Mounts over on third. That is Josh Fedema, the youngest of the 3 Fedemas. Connor Mounts is in center field. Left field looks to be Nolan Wolgamuth. Right field looks to be Bennett Davis. So Bennett playing a little bit further back than the usual for Bennett. Usually I've seen him over at third, but looks like coach is moving him over to third, trying to use that arm we all know he's got. So, sorry, over to right field to see what he can do out there. We'll be back in a little bit. Carson's going to get warmed up, and we'll be rolling in here pretty quick. Hurricanes, Coupville on MVC TV. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wilms, first delivery, swing and a miss, up high for strike number 1. It's a strike, swing and a miss. No problem. Strike number 2 for L. Roberts. L. Roberts at the plate for Coupville, leading off tonight. 0-2 the count here for Roberts early on. Wilms getting ahead. Wilms likes the call from Blum. He'll come set and will deliver now pretty quick. Down low at the knees for ball number 1. So 1-2 count here. Wilms still ahead here against Roberts. It'll go Roberts, Grove, and Glover, your first 3. Wilms comes set and will deliver here rapidly. That one's hit on a slow trickle. Third baseman Josh over to older brother Fedema for an out over at first. Fedema to Fedema, third baseman to first baseman for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for your Hurricanes. Stepping up to the box next will be number 4 of C. Grove. C. Grove, a right-handed batter. Leadoff hitter was a lefty in the form of L. Roberts. So Wilms will come set and we'll get rolling here. Wilms' next delivery straight through the zone for strike number 1. Looked like that could have been a little bit on the line over on the far side, but good enough for a strike. Blum will receive the call, transfers the signal to Wilms. Wilms takes it and will deliver. Strike number 2, that one flew into the zone right at the last second, down low and inside there. Found the bottom corner. Wilms can't go much lower than that. I don't believe that would be a strike at that point. Next offering from Wilms will be strike 3. 2 up, 2 down so far. Coming up next to the box will be C. Glover. C. Glover stepping into the box. Number 17, right-handed batter. He'll be your pitcher tonight. So pitcher batting third. He's probably got a cannon. Wilms, first delivery down low to the outside a little bit there for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count for Glover. Glover going to be on the mound tonight. Wilms facing off. He knows this, or at least he should at this point. Ball 2. So Wilms playing a little bit of a strategy here. We'll see what he can come up with deep in this count. Not quite deep yet, but a little bit of a disadvantage here early on. Wilms' next delivery coming here. That one's hipped up and going to drop in, but not able to make a play on it. It's your first baseman, Jake Fedema. So that'll be a foul ball. So now count will proceed into a 2-1. Wilms still a little bit behind, but Glover not going to let up. Wilms, next delivery, straight in the zone, strike number 2. So 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for Wilms. Your 8th grader pitcher. Behind the mask is Blum, like I said before. Wilms coming set and will deliver here just below the zone. Now got himself in a full count situation. Let's see what he can make of it here. Wilms, definitely one of your more capable pitchers, especially for his youthfulness. Been playing select a lot in the summer and spring. Glover will get this one up. Mounts, another select player, makes the catch for out number 3. We'll roll into the bottom of the first. 3 up, 3 down first for your Hurricanes at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield. You're watching MVC TV Boys Baseball. We'll be with you right pretty quick. So leading off for your Hurricanes here will be the young Grady Woodmansey, freshman number 2, playing shortstop. He is young in age, but not necessarily in his wisdom and knowledge of the game. He's been playing a lot of select, like I mentioned, with Connor and Carson. First delivery from Glover is a pass ball there. So 1-0's the count here early on for Grady. After Grady will be Connor and Trevor. So Connor on deck, Trevor Blum in the hole. Trevor, again, a senior tonight. Grady gets that one right past the third baseman. He'll be easily to first. He's going for 2, and he will stay midway between 1 and 2 and go back to 1. First, rather. Step in the box next, again, another young player of Connor Mounts. Like I said before, young in age, not necessarily young in knowledge. So Mounts will step in the box. Woodmansey on first with a 3-pace lead. Extends this probably to 3, maybe even 4 now. Mounts deep in the box here. Glover comes set. Gonna try and pick off Grady, not quite able to do so. Grady slides on over. Gets up, no problem. So runner on first is Grady Woodmansey. And will again pick up a 3-pace lead. Glover has not come set yet. Checks the runner on first, comes set, and will deliver to Mounts. Grady is going. Pitches, ball is there. Ball is past second base. Grady will stay at second. So 0-1 the count here for Mounts. Woodmansey on second with a 3-pace lead. Glover almost thinking about picking him off on second. Does not do so. Woodmansey getting dirty early. Again, aggressive lead from Woodmansey. Glover will deliver to Mounts. Mounts hits that one to second. Bounces in the face. Second baseman still able to make the play and gets him out at first. Woodmansey will advance to third, though. So, solid contact, just not quite good enough to get Mounts on base. Stepping in the box next will be your senior, number 12, Trevor Blum, catcher. So Blum in the box. Woodmansey on third with an aggressive lead. Swing and a miss for number 1. For strike number 1 for Blum. So 0-1 the count for Blum. Woodmansey on third with aggressive lead. That ball is a pass ball. Woodmansey's going. He's going to have to get down pretty quick. Does so. He's safe at home. Beautiful execution there from Woodmansey to put your Hurricanes up 1-0 early on in this game. Blum still staying focused here on what is at stake here at the box, or at the plate in the box. 1-1's the count for Blum, so he checks back in. Received a couple of signs from Coach Andy Hansen. Glover will deliver now. Blum takes that one for a ride, left field, and that will drop in. That would have been a home run at any other ballpark. Blum going for 3. He's going to put on the high horse. He's going to have to get down. He's made it to 3. Beautifully makes it up to third on senior night off of that amazing rocket ship over to left field. Stepping in the box next is lefty hitter Jake Fedema, number 20, first baseman. Blum found something he could take a ride with and decided to do so. Beautiful hit. Could have been a home run at any other ballpark, like I said. Strike number 1 for Jake. Because this is a college field, the fence line is a little bit further back than typical, so deep center will be 400. And then on the poles is 320. Just to give you a little bit of a reference of how far that is. So strike number 2 swing in there for Jake Fedema. On third is Blum with a 3-pace lead in a diagonal fashion. Pass ball in the dirt. Blum going in to score. Slides for run number 2 for your Hurricanes. So pass ball will be ball number 1, so it'll be a 1-2 count here for Fedema. A little bit behind still in this count, but nothing he hasn't seen before. Fedema knows this guy can give, Glover can give him something he can take for a ride. He just saw teammate Trevor Blum make it a third off of one of these juice balls. Up high, ball 2. 2-2 for Fedema as he checks back into the box. He will come ready. Pitcher comes set and will deliver. Fouled that one off for no addition to the count. After 2 strikes, no addition for foul balls. To the count here for Fedema. Glover will come set and will deliver here. Fedema fouls that one up and behind us into the stands, past the stands, outside of the park. Might even made it into one of the neighboring softball parks. That one was sent deep behind us. Pitcher going to be taking a second to gather himself, and he will work to come set. Fedema ready for him, ready and waiting even. Pitcher comes to deliver here. Ball 3, so 3-2 now for Fedema. So Fedema getting a couple of coaching advice. Up high, ball 4, free base for Fedema. So Fedema on first. Next into the box will be Bennett Davis, right fielder, righty hitter. Zeros for Davis. Fedema on first is Jake Fedema, 3-pace lead. I call it 2-pace rather. Gonna get called back. Safe off the pickoff. Safe on the pickoff rather. So Bennett Davis in the box. Jake waiting for this pitcher to deliver. Likely will go pretty quick here. Does so. Passed. Ball gets thrown past your second baseman. Shortstop being able there for backup saved your Wolverines there. So Fedema will advance over to second. It'll be ball number 1 for Bennett. Fedema already with a 2-pace lead. Shortstop and second are both there. Fedema not too worried. Pitcher will deliver. Swing and a miss for strike number 1 with Bennett in the box. Bennett takes a second, checks out, and will check back in. So 1-0. Sorry, 1-1 the count. Fedema with a leadoff 1-2 now for Davis. Fedema's lead getting out to probably 2 paces every time. Fedema extends this again, 2 paces. Shortstop and second are both there. Shortstop leaves, second leaves. Davis hits that one down. Foul line. Ball is still kind of in play. We'll see if they hold play. They will decide not to. Coupville will send one of their guys after that one. Bennett fouls this one up and behind us for no addition to the count at this point. Fedema still on second with a 2-pace. We'll call it 2-pace lead for now. Bennett ready. Hits this one up. A little pop fly, short right field. Sorry, not even get to right field. Second baseman will make the play for out number 2. So into the box next for your Hurricanes will be number 24 will be Jordan Fedema. Cody Brown adding his little 2 cents on the deal. So Jordan stepping in the box next with younger brother Jake at second and even younger brother Josh over on deck. That one will be down low, almost in the dirt for ball number 1 for Jordan. One out of the count with 2 outs. Runner on second. Jordan Fedema, senior, second baseman at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One for Fedema now. Younger Fedema at second with a 2-pace, maybe even 3-pace lead. Ball in the dirt, pass ball. Catcher gonna have to get after this one. Fedema goes to third. Two one here for Jordan. Younger brother Jake over on third. 2-pace lead off of third. Umpire on the move. Pitcher will deliver. Strike number 2 for Fedema. So 2's across the board. Fedema's seen it. Now he needs to drive it. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Jake at third. 2-pace lead. Fedema, Jordan in the box. Ready and waiting. Pitcher comes set. Glover will deliver here. Fedema goes out looking for out number 3. Hurricanes will get to the field. Coupville will pick up the bats as we go to the top of the second here at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball on MVC TV. We're back here at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield. Carson Wilms still on the mound. Up next for Coupville. Hits this one up on the left field foul line. Grady Woodmansey making the snag deep in left field territory. Thanks. That'll be out number 1 with C. Cooper making the out. Or causing the out, I guess. Stepping in the box next will be Riley Lawless. Lawless steps into the box next for Coupville. So bases empty, ready, 1 out. Wilms comes quick at him for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count early for Lawless. Strike 2. Lawless watched that one straight to the glove. Wilms with his next delivery just outside the zone there. A little bit outside and down low a little bit. Had to get Trevor on the reach for 1-2 now for Lawless. 1-2 for Lawless. Wilms next delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 2. In the box next for Coupville will be number 22, Jay Madrigal. Madrigal steps in the box. Wilms next delivery. That'll be a ball. So just barely inside. Madrigal watched that one to the glove. Figured that one was a little bit safe. I thought that one was a little close, but he gets this one nice and soft over to Fedema at third. Fedema gets it over to Fedema at first. So Josh to Jake for out number 3. We roll into the bottom of the second here at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield on Mount Vernon MVC TV. So Josh Fedema, the youngest of the 3, will step into the box next for your Hurricanes. Oldest brother Jordan, graduating this year, got recognized earlier on this evening. Hurricanes currently lead 2-0 as they roll into the bottom of the second. Josh Fedema in the box. Glover delivers. Fedema watched that one to the glove. Now he's seen it, knows what he needs to do to drill that one. 0-1 the count here for Fedema early on. Fedema, a young player for your Hurricanes. Fedema gets this one up high, super high. Shortstop calls for it and will make the catch for out number 1. Nice little snag from the shortstop there. Carson Wilms, your pitcher, steps in the box next for your Hurricanes. Wilms going to know the mind games that Glover might try to play here. Wilms' first delivery up high in the head zone. Carson did not watch that one, just stared back at the pitcher. No movement of the head whatsoever. Swing and a miss there for strike number 1 for Wilms. Wilms is locked in right now. 1-1. Fouled off. 1-2 now. So 1-2 for Wilms. Wolgemuth will retrieve the foul ball, delivers it to umpire. And Wilms is in the box. Next delivery from Glover up high for strike, or ball number 2 rather. 2-2 now for Wilms as he checks back in the box and will come ready. Strike 3, out number 2 for Wilms. Got a little unlucky there on that last call, but that's okay. Nolan Wolgemuth checks into the game now. Steps into the box here, lefty. Playing left field, if I'm not mistaken. Bunt being laid down. Not quite able to lay it down 100%, so that'll be strike number 1. So it is technically a foul ball at that point. So 0-1 the count here for Wolgemuth early on. Grady Woodmansey on the tail end of that one, chasing it down, delivering back to your umpire. Next delivery from Glover up high and outside for ball number 1. So 1-1 the count now for Wolgemuth. So 2-1 now for Wolgemuth. 2-1, 2 outs. Wolgemuth in the box. Glover comes set and will deliver here. Up high, ball 3. So Wolgemuth really ahead now. This is really good for him. Gives him the ability to find something he likes and see if he can take that one for a ride. Can be a little bit more selective until next strike comes, just like that. So 3-2 now for Wolgemuth. Cannot be as selective now. Got to find something, anything close at this point. He's got to swing it, try and foul it off at least to stay alive at the plate. That'll be strike 3. He thought that was ball 4, but that'll be strike 3. We'll roll into top of the 3rd here at Skagit Valley Dreamfield. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball versus Coupville Wolverines. Or Wolves, rather. And we'll be back here shortly on MVC TV. Thule at the plate for the Wolverines. Ball 1 is the call from Wilms. First offering, Wilms still on the mound. Blum still behind the mask. Fedema on first, Fedema on second. Woodmansey at short. Swing and a miss, strike number 1. And Fedema at third. Wilms coming at him pretty quick here. 1-1 the count already for Thule. Ball number 2. Umpire did not think Blum was going to get a glove on that one. Blum was able to do so rather rapidly. You could see the umpire visibly move out of the way of that one. So 2-1 here. Wilms comes quick at him. 2-2 now. Excuse me. 2-2 for Wilms on the mound, and T. Thule in the box at the plate, whichever you prefer. 2-2 now, up high, ball 3. 3-2 now for Thule. Wilms comes set. Thule ready for anything. Wilms delivers. That one back towards Wilms. Woodmansey gets it in a shuffle. Gets it over to Fedema at first for out number 1. Short stop to first for out number 1. A little 6-3 action. Something you should be used to if you watch any form of baseball. Sub in the box next for Coupville will be Little. So nobody on. Little at the box. In the box at the plate. Wilms comes set and will deliver. Up high, ball 1. So 1-0 for Little. Comes back into the box. Wilms comes set and will deliver. Bunt being laid down. Bunt down the third baseline. That is foul. Wilms next delivery. Strike number 2 now, rather. Foul ball called strike number 1. 1-2 the count for a Little at the plate. Wilms on the mound will deliver. Up high near the head for ball number 2. Little ducks down and out of the way. Little got a weird thing going when he checks in the box. Asks for time but doesn't actually, so that could come back to bite him at some point in his career. We'll see. Foul ball for no addition to the count. Little takes the second out and will step back in shortly. Asks for time, checks back in. 2-2 now. Wilms delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out 2. Little to the bench. Or to the dugout, rather. Sorry. Step in the box next will be C. Zenz. C. Zenz striking the box next. Number 5. C. Zenz. Wilms ready for it. Fouled off. Strike number 1. So 0-1 for Zenz. Blum retrieving that one. Nobody was there to retrieve that from the Coupville dugout. So Blum making quick work of that. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 now. 0-2 with 2 outs. I will say one thing that is really impressive is Blum's ability to move rather quickly through catcher's gear. So strike 3, out 3, rolling 2, bottom of the 3rd here. Hurricanes will go to the dugout. Coupville takes the field. We'll see what Hurricanes can do here in the bottom of the 3rd on MVC TV here at the Skagit Valley Dream Field. Well, we're back here at the ballpark Grady Woodmansey back at the top of the lineup already for your Hurricanes, I believe. Woodmansey leading off for us. Yeah, Woodmansey leading off for us. So we're back at the top of the lineup for your Hurricanes already. Woodmansey fouls that one up and hits the net. Dead ball for strike number 1. 0-1 early for Woodmansey. No, bottom of 3. Glover comes set and delivers here. Just below the zone there for Glover. If he raises that one up just a little bit, that one is a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. So 1-1 here. Woodmansey at the plate in the box. Swing and miss, strike number 2. So 1-2 now for Woodmansey. We'll see what he can do with this here. Glover does not like first offering, does not like second offering, does not like third, does not like fourth, likes the 5th. Umpire calls time. 1-2 the count here. Glover takes this one, fouled off. Woodmansey mounts on the tail end of this one, getting rid of for this one over back to your umpire behind the mask. Woodmansey still at the plate, battling there with that fouled off pitch. Strike 3. That one was up high at the hands, but flew into the zone at the last second for out number 1 for your Hurricanes. 7 in the box. Excuse me, in the box next for your Hurricanes will be Connor Mounts, number 3. Mounts laying down the bunt. Glover makes the field, gets it over to first for the out. So Blum in the box next for your Hurricanes. Mounts makes the trot back to the dugout. Blum comes to the box, comes to the plate, gets ready, pitcher delivers in the dirt, ball 1. With 2 outs as Blum's at the plate. Blum takes that one for a ride. Far left field. Bounces just at the warning track there. Blum puts on the brakes real quick, makes it back to second. He's aiming for that fence right there. He's going to make this ball game interesting, that's for sure. If he can make this out, it'll be impressive. If it hits the net, I believe it is counted as an out. They do have a soccer field on the other side of this facility, for those of you who are not familiar with the Dream Field. So there is a net above the 400-foot or 320-foot wall over at the pole. Pass ball. Umpire got in the way there. And looks like we'll have a pinch runner coming in for Blum. Gavin Brown coming over at the third. Number 5, Kevin Brown. Fedema still at the plate. 2-0 his count. That one's hit towards shortstop. Shortstop fumbles or bobbles for a second. Has a little bit of a brain break. Fedema makes it safe to first. Brown scores, so Hurricanes increase their lead to a 3-0 now, or 3-0 rather. So runner on first is Jake Fedema. At the plate, Bennett Davis, number 14, checking into the game. Fedema on first with a 2-pace lead. Glover not liking any of the ideas his catcher's giving him. Likes the last one, per usual. Fedema going, ball is there. Second baseman not quite there. Fedema safe at second. So 1-2 for Davis, for Bennett Davis. Fouled off technically, even on that pass ball deal. Fatima 3-pace lead. Short second baseman rather is there. Glover tries to pick off. Fatima not falling for it, gets back in time, does not slide in. So 0-1 the count here for Bennett. Fatima going to third. Ball is there. He's going to have to get down. Pass ball. He's going for home. So Fatima easily safe at home. Nothing the Wolves could do about it. So Hurricanes extend their lead 4-0 here with 2 outs. Bennett at the plate with a 1-1 count. Bases are now empty with 2 outs. 1-1 for Bennett. Glover comes set. Likes it. And will deliver. Inside, real close for Bennett. Decides to move out of the way there for a 2-1 count. Playing dodgeball. Strike number 2, so 2-2 now for Bennett. 2-2 and 2 across the board, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bennett swing and a miss for out number 3. Roll into the top of the 4th here at Skagit Valley Dreamfield. You're watching Hurricane Sports, specifically Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball versus Coupville Wolves. I'm Matt Degas on MVC TV. We'll be back here shortly from the ballpark. Back here, Wolves at the plate next will be number 6, L. Roberts, back at the top of the lineup for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Wilms still on the mound, Blum behind the mask. Fatima, Woodmansee, Fatima, your infield. Wilms thought about playing that one. It'll be a Fatima to Fatima, second baseman to first baseman. He's out at first. So beautiful little Turner play that potentially shouldn't have been a Turner play between the two Fatimas, but Wilms not quite able to make the play at first. So Jordan picked up the slack, got it over to Jake. Step in the box next, be number 4, C. Grove. Grove in the box next for the Wolves. So 1 out already. Bunt being laid down. That's on the line, past the line, foul ball. So strike number 1 for Grove. 0-1. Blum will return the bat. And we'll get this game back underway. 0-1 with 1 out. Grove at the plate. Wilms comes set, delivers. Swing and miss, strike 2. So 0-2 here for Grove. Wilms looking for one more in the zone. Does not like first 2 and does not like first 3. Likes 5th. Sorry, likes the 4th offering. In the dirt down low, trying to get him to swing at it. Ball 1. 1-2 for Wilms. Not a bad idea to begin with, but we'll see what he comes up with here. Up high, ball 2. So 2-2 now for Wilms. See what Grove does here. We'll see what the pitch is called. Hurricanes actually able to have a pitching and catching coach this year, so you see Trevor taking a little bit of time extra. That'll be out number 2 off of a called foul ball that was caught by Trevor Blum. Like I was saying, Hurricanes have a pitching and catching coach. So Blum, if you're able to see, Blum looks over to his left towards the dugout, receives the sign, and then that one's hit down third base line. Fedema not quite able to make the snag there. So Wolgameth gets it into Woodmansee, runner on first. So every time Blum looks for a sign to give Wilms, he'll look over to his left towards the dugout and sitting on a bucket. You can't see him, he's off screen, but he gives Blum the first signal. Blum then decides between 4 or 5 pitches, I believe, through an armband system. Wilms then selects the one he likes, make sure Blum knows, and will deliver. Runner on first with a 3-pace lead. Blum making a wall of himself for ball number 1. That one's in the dirt. Very interesting little system Hurricanes have developed here. Some schools will even use an earpiece system. I saw that at State last year. So 1-0, Wilms trying to pick off at first, safe at first. Fedema gets that one back to Wilms. At the 2B level, you see a lot more of the earpieces and stuff when you get closer to State, where catcher will have even like a button he talks to his pitcher with, similar to what the MLB does. For Wilms delivers that one for ball number 2. So 2-0 here for number 16. Let me pull up the roster real quick. 16 is C. Cooper. On base is Glover at first with a 2-pace lead. Strike number 1 for Cooper coming from Wilms. Like I said, at State, pitching catching coach will have a thing to talk with catcher, and then catcher will even send a signal towards the pitcher via an earpiece system. Very cool to see that in action. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for Cooper. Cooper at the plate. Hits that one down third base line, fouled off. And Boone chases that one down third base line, putting in the hustle. So 2-2 now still for Cooper. Wilms comes set. Checks first, delivers, hit, third base line. Fedema fields, crossed to younger or older Fedema. Out 3. Hurricanes will roll to bottom of the 4th here. Skagit Valley Dreamfield, you're watching baseball on MVC TV. So third baseman for Wolves will deliver to Glover. First in the box for your Hurricanes senior second baseman Jordan Fedema, recognized earlier this evening. 5 years in the program. Fedema swing and miss for strike number 1. After him will be younger Fedema, youngest of the 3, Josh Fedema, playing third base tonight. So 0-1's the count at the plate for Fedema. Next delivery down low for ball number 1. So 1-1. Fedema back in the plate. Back in the box at the plate. Fouled off for strike number 2. So Coach Ed Webb giving Jordan advice on what he's seeing from Glover. Up high for ball number 2. So 2-2 now for Fedema. Fouled up and out for no addition to the count, but staying alive here is Fedema. Twos for Fedema. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and miss. Strike 3 out 1. Not the way he wanted to go down tonight on senior night, but he'll probably get another chance. It's all good. Youngest of the Fedemas, Josh. Youngest Josh steps in the box next for and receives pitch. Strike number 1 there from Glover. So 0-1 for Fedema, the youngest of the 3. Ball 1 now, so 1-1 for Fedema. Starting his career or time here with the Mount Vernon Christian baseball program early as an 8th grader. Fedema gets that one to second base. Second base will field. A little shuffle, gets it to first. He's out at first. Coming to the point next for Hurricanes will be Wilms, Carson Wilms. No signs from Coach Andy Hansen. Glover comes set. Likes it. And will deliver. Wilms at the ready. Up high, ball 1. So 1-0 for Wilms. Glover delivers quick here. Wilms hit this one deep right field. That one will drop in, and he'll go for 2. He will do so. He's getting up on his high horse. He'll see if he goes for 3. Decides to stay at 3, getting the stop signal there from Coach Andy Hansen. He's looking to get a courtesy runner. Jack Johnson coming in for Carson Wilms, just mostly to protect Carson. The base path is the dangerous path, but beautiful little hit there from Wilms. Taking that one on a little ride out to right. Up in the box next for your Hurricanes will be Nolan Wolgamuth, sophomore. So Johnson over on second. Pitcher trying to pick him off. Knows Johnson is young. Might make a mistake here. If I had to guess, I'd say Glover is either is a junior or a senior, based off of stature alone. Wolgamuth drills this one towards second. Second will field. Gets it over to first for out number 3. Johnson was at home rapidly. Had his wheels going quick, but nothing there. So 3 outs. We'll roll into top of the 5th here. Schedule by Dreamfield. You're watching boys baseball on MVC TV. So my apologies, my ticker is off. We are at the top of the 5th, not the top of the 6th. With new computer-based system, sometimes double clicks happen. Williams' first delivery there was a ball. Swing and miss for strike number 2, or number 1 rather. So 1-1 here for Williams. Not Williams. Williams delivering. Pitching to number 18. Strike number 2. Let me pull up the roster as quickly as possible. Number 18 is Lawless. Lawless at the plate with a 1-2 count. Williams on the mound. Blum behind the mask. Fedema, Woodmansey, Fedema. His positions all stay the same. Swing and miss. Out 1. Strike 3. In the box next, 22. Madrigal is up to bat now. Strike 1 from Madrigal. Wilms likes the decision from Blum. Wilms will deliver. Swing and miss. Strike 2. Ball 1. Beautiful little pitch there from Wilms, but not quite in the box, or at least where umpire thought it should be. So 1-2 the count here with 1 out, and that will be strike 3. Umpire gives it back to him, so that'll be out number 2. In the box next will be number 2, T. Thule. Trent, I believe, his first name. Just off of audible cheering from bleacher parents. Gotta love bleacher parents. Strike number 1. 0-1's the count here. Wilms is already ahead here in this pitch count against Thule. With 2 outs, he just needs 3 good pitches. He's on his way with an 0-2 count now for Thule. So 0-2 with 2 outs. Wilms, next delivery, up high for ball number 1. So 1-2 for Wilms. See what he comes up with here for pitch number 4 for this batter. T. Thule, Trent Thule. Wilms, strike 3. Thule, watch that one to the glove, even leaned out of the way a little bit. But nonetheless, that is strike 3. We roll in 2, bottom of the 5. We got 2.5 innings to go here. Go through 7. And this game will be over. So, beautiful night here at the Skagit Valley Dream Field. Nice, comfortable. Sun is setting, but not going to be blinding. Lights are on. And it's time to play some baseball. We'll be back here shortly on MVC TV. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball on MVC TV. Woodman seeing the plate next, or at the plate next for your Hurricanes. First two offerings rather, are 1 ball, 1 strike. Working to try and get this to work for me. It does. So 1-1 the count here for Woodmansey at the plate. That one fouled off outside for strike number 2. One, two, make that 2-2 now for Woodmansey. So Grady still at the plate, 2-2. Glover comes set, bottom of 5. Woodmansey, nice little knock on a check swing up high. Second base catches for out number 1. Connor Mounts in the box next for your Hurricanes. Number 3, Connor Mounts. Center fielder Cody Brown making himself known up in the stands. Mounts' first delivery falls just above the zone at the end. Nice little sinker almost. So 1-0 here for Mounts. Strike 1 here for Mounts. So 1-1 the count. Mounts takes a second, gathers himself, and will check back in to the box. Glover comes set, delivers rapidly up high. Ball 2. So 2-1. Mounts ahead now. See what he can make of it. After Connor will be Blum. Strike 2 now, so 2s for Mounts. Mounts kind of watched that one straight to the old glove. Glover up high now for a full count. Nothing Mounts hasn't seen before. Traditional full count. Time to walk or knock, as they say. Mounts ready for anything. Calls time. He was not ready for anything. Mounts takes a little swing, takes a couple swings, will step back in the box. Finds the edge of the plate. Glover has his pitch already and will deliver. Strike 3, nice and slow to the zone. Mounts not too happy about that one. Blum steps in the box next for your Hurricanes. Trevor, your senior catcher for Hurricanes. Father Elliott Blum. Trevor calling time. Father Elliott Blum give Trevor a bribe of $100 if he hits it down the first baseline. So we'll see what Blum can do here. First offering up high for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Blum takes a practice swing and steps back in the box after receiving little hand signals from Coach Andy Hansen. Next delivery, swing and a miss. Blum wanted that one. Not able to get a grasp on that one. So 1-1 now for Blum. We'll see what we can make of it here. In the dirt, down low. Not quite in the dirt, but almost. For 2-1 now. So 2-1 for 1-2. Blum, number 12, count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Glover does not like first offering, likes second, and will deliver here. Blum hits that one back towards Glover. Second baseman Fields going to get that one across to first for out number 3. Nice little knock there for Blum, but not enough to get on base. So we'll roll into top of the 6th here at Skagit Valley Dreamfield. You're watching Hurricane Baseball on MVC TV. Blum with a beautiful delivery on that practice throwdown. Blum taking a second to get the catcher's gear on, but probably one of the fastest little quick changes I've seen. In the box next, or first for your Wolves, with strike one already, is Little. So Little with strike number one. Like I said previously, Little got the calling for time thing when he steps into the box. A little funky, but that's okay. Nothing Hurricanes haven't seen before. 1-1 the count here for Little. Fouled up and behind us. That's in the softball field behind the baseball field. And Hurricanes will send a couple fellas after that one. We're at a 1-2 count here for Little. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and miss, strike 3 out, number 1. Seven in the box next, number 5. C. Zenz. Zenz in the box next. The zeros with 1 out. Base is empty. Wilms comes set as the sun casts shade through the trees and sun rays through the trees. So 1-0 the count. Sun finally found a break in the clouds. A little bit overcast, but still warm. Wilms next delivery. Swing and miss. Strike number 1. So 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Over on the Skagit Valley board out in left field. So ball number 2. 2-1 here. Two-1 with 1 out. Wilms next delivery. Strike number 2. So 2's now for Zenz. 2-2, 1 out for Zenz. Wilms next delivery. Ball 3. Umpire not liking that one. Seemed pretty close to me. But then again, I'm off at an angle, not necessarily the best of angles, but that's okay. 3-2's the count. Wilms walks him. So free base here for C. Zenz. So runner on first is Zenz. 7 up to the plate next for Wolves will be number 6, L. Roberts. Roberts, top of the lineup, a lefty hitter. Zenz on second, 2-pace lead. Wilms first delivery to Roberts, tipped off for strike number 1. I should say fouled off, rather. Umpire waiting for number 4 of Grove to retrieve that one. That one is hit down the right field line. Davis fields to Fedema, Fedema to Woodmansey. That was a crazy little hit there. Caught my attention. Grove now steps in the box as we've got runners on first and second with 1 out. Runner on first getting his sliding mitt on. Roberts on first. Grove at the plate. Wilms comes set and will deliver. Strike number 1. So my mistake. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Umpire says he swung for it. So 0-2 the count. With runners on first and second, both with a 2-pace lead. Nothing crazy. Woodmansey covering second in the shortstop. Fedema comes over from second base. We'll go back to his position. That one just outside the zone there for ball number 1. So 1-2 as the sun peeks through the clouds, through the trees here at the Dream Field. So 1-2 count with 1 out. Runners on first and second, both with a 2-pace lead. Up high, ball 2. So 2-2. Williams gonna have to reel this one in a little bit. See what he can come up with here. 2-pace lead, first and second. Williams fouled that one off straight back towards the dugout. Scared the fellas. Grove fouling that one off. Sorry, not Williams. Williams delivering. Grove fouling off. So 2s with 1 out. Hurricanes lead 4-0, top of the 6th. That one fouled off again. Staying alive here deep into this count is Grove. Dugout trying to get runner on second, I believe, to take a further step away from the bag. Wilms not being phased. He swung. Strike 3, out number 2. So 2 down, 1 to go as number 17, C. Glover, your pitcher, steps into the box next. So runners on first and second still. Glover at the plate. Runner on first has a 3-pace lead. Runner on second has a 2-pace lead. Wilms will come set. Runner on second extends his lead. Wilms disengages. And he'll come back set. Fedema coming to the plate, or base. My apologies. Blum thought about throwing down somebody. Nobody was going. So 1-0 the count here for number 17 of C. Glover. 1 ball, 0 strikes on that ball. Not previous pitch from Wilms. That one is hit, fouled off for strike number 1. So 1-1 now for Glover. Runner at second being pretty quick with his feet there, jumping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We'll see what he does over on second. Both runners with 2-pace lead. Runner on first, watching the plate. That one is drilled deep center. Mounts gets your Hurricanes out of that one with a nice little snag out in center field. Mounts with the snag on the run. Roll into bottom of the 6th. Hurricanes hit up the bats. And we'll be back here momentarily on MVC TV. You're watching Hurricane Boys Baseball. Stepping into the box first for your Hurricanes will be number 20, Jake Fedema, lefty first baseman. Glover still on the mound. Believe everything has stayed the same as far as lineups go. Hurricanes will be potentially changing batting lineup, but otherwise everything the same. First offering from Glover down low and in the dirt. Ball number 1 for Jake Fedema. Fedema sitting pretty on that one. So 1-0. Fedema takes that one for a ride right in the right center gap. Center fielder bobbles that one. If he had been on his high horse, he could have gotten to second there. Decides to stay at first. So beautiful second pitch. Knock. And Hurricanes will do a substitution here. Bennett Davis coming out. Jack Johnson coming in and batting for him. Fedema going for second. Throwdown is there. Fedema there safe. Beautiful job there from Jake getting the timing right to get away as fast as possible. So no pitch or ball, I believe, actually delivered to Jack Johnson to start off his at-bat. Glover trying to pick off Fedema. Shortstop's got to be closer to the bag in order to tag him, but seen crazier things happen before. 1-0 for Johnson at the plate. Next delivery, pass ball in the dirt. Not sure if he pulled back in time. Fedema rolls up to third. So 2-0 for Johnson is our call. Coach Andy Hansen looking for Johnson to get a nice little knock here. Try and get a run in. Swing and miss for strike number 1. So 2-1 now for Johnson. 2-1 for Johnson. Runner on third is Jake Fedema. Jake, 2-pace lead. Pitcher delivers. Johnson fouled up and towards the dugout. That'll hit the top and hit the ground. So 2-2 now for Johnson. He's going to have to figure out what he wants to do here pretty quick and get this one in play as Coach Andy Hansen desires. 2-2, Glover comes set and will deliver. Swing and a miss for strike number 1, or strike number 3, out number 1. Gavin Brown now steps into the box for your Hurricanes. One out. Runner on third. Brown at the plate. Glover delivers. Brown pops this one up. Foul. Out. Mr. C looking to try and make the play there. Plays in recreational softball, so not quite the same, but he still has the speed and agility left in him, at least for a couple more years. 0-1 for Brown. Pretty aggressive stance here. One out, runner on third. Glover delivers. Brown hits this one up high. Fedema staying caught by second baseman. Fedema will stay at third as out number 2 gets clicked. Josh Fedema rather, looking to try and get older brother Jake Fedema, or middle sibling Jake Fedema. So Josh at the plate now for your Hurricanes. See what he can come up with here. Time being called. Glover comes set, delivers. Josh watches that one straight to the glove. First pitch fastball, you cannot be sitting on that one. You got to be giving that one every ride you can. So 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Fedema gives this one a ride. Right center gap. Bounces. Run will score in the form of Jake Fedema. Josh is safe at first. It's a beautiful job there from Josh. So 5-0 Hurricanes extend their lead with 2 outs. Carson Wilms, your pitcher, steps in the box next for your Hurricanes. Fedema gets his sliding mitt ready. 2 paces off, slowly moving forwards. 2.5 now. Glover delivers to Wilms, down low and in the dirt for ball number 1. So 1-0 early for Wilms. Excuse me. 1-0 for Wilms with 2 outs. Runner on first, Jake Fedema. Or Josh Fedema, rather. Strike number 1 for Wilms, just barely in the zone there. Josh, Jake, and Jordan. I got them all mixed up at the same time, so my apologies. But Josh is on first. Wilms gets that one on a nice little bouncer. Shortstop. Going to try and field this one over to first. Pass ball. Fedema going to third. Wilms will stay at first. So runners at the corners. And Coach Andy Hansen going to be putting 6 for 8. So Walker Wolgamuth going in. Should be 6 for 8. Walker coming in to do the base running for Wilms as older brother Nolan steps up to the plate. So runners in the corners here. 2 young players. Nolan at the plate. Nolan hits this one up high. Walker still going. Caught by shortstop for out number 3. We will roll into top of the 7th here at the Skagit Valley Dream Field. Hurricanes will go to the field. Wolves will hit the bats. You're watching baseball on MVC TV. We'll have a couple of changes in the lineup. So like I said right before I set down the mic, we got a little bit of a lineup change here, more of a fielding change rather. So Bennett Davis moves from right field over to third base. Fedema Jordan moves from second to pitcher. Looks like youngest Fedema Josh will move over to second base from third base. Otherwise, it appears everybody else is staying the same. So 1 strike here early on for number 16, almost a check swing. Number 16 of C. Cooper. So Cooper at the plate, 1-1 here. Fedema pitching in the senior night. Fouled off for addition to the count, 1-2 now. So Cooper at the plate, Fedema on the mound. Fedema Blum, your tag team senior night leaders. Fedema going to be closing out this 7th inning. Behind the back there for ball number 2. So 2-2 is the count. Two for Cooper. Fedema comes set. Does not like first one. Does not like second. Likes the fourth, I believe, if I counted that correctly. Fouled off. No addition to the count for Cooper. Number 18 of Wallace on the tail end of that one, retrieving that one for umpire. 2-2 the count here for Cooper. Fedema comes set. Likes the first offering from Blum. That one's hit towards youngest Josh. Josh to Jake for out number 1. Beautiful little play there between the Fedema brothers. Step in the box next is Lawless. As Hurricanes do a little round robin, throw it to Bennett, throw it to Grady, throw it to Fedema, and then give it to Fedema. So 0s for Lawless as he steps into the box here with 1 out. Fedema comes set, likes first delivery or option, and will deliver ball number 1 down low and inside at the shins for Lawless. So 1-0, Fedema comes set and will deliver rapidly for strike number 1. So 1-1 for Fedema. Takes a little walk back to the top of the mound. Comes set. Option 1 denied. 2 denied. 3 approved. Lock it in. Number 3 just below the zone. Fedema wanted that one to be just in there barely, but he's found the bottom of the zone now, so he knows where he can and can't be. So 2-1 the count here for Jordan. Jordan v. Lawless. Strike 2 for Lawless. So 2-2 with 1 out for Lawless at the plate. Nobody on. Top of the 7th. Hurricanes lead 5-0. Fedema at the mound. Blum on the mask. Behind the mask, rather. Strike 3. Out. 2. Lawless. 2 up, 2 down. In the box, Madrigal checks in. Round robin again. Bennett delivers to Fedema. And we'll get rolling here for Madrigal. Madrigal? Something like that. My apologies there. Strike number 1. That was a little low, but we'll take it. 0-1 the count here. Fedema, Blum, both seniors. Option 1 is good for Fedema. Locks it in, delivers down low and in the dirt. Ball 1. So 1-1-2 as it reads across the board and left. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield, Hurricanes taking on Coupville. Strike 2, so 1 more, and this game is over. Pitch is coming from Jordan Fedema, senior tonight. Behind the mask is Trevor Blum. I've gone over that plenty times. These duo have played a beautiful game. 3 up, 3 down. That sums up the entirety of this game. So at the end of the top of the 7th, Hurricanes come out victorious against Coupville. Beautiful job by your Hurricanes. Congratulations to your seniors, Trevor Blum and Jordan Fedema. Thank you to them for being a part of this amazing ball club for 5 years now. They'll lead the charge as teams shake hands. Blum making records in his time here. Same with Fedema in their respects. On senior night, I want to take a second to say thank you, as I myself am a senior. So thank you for supporting all that I'm doing here on the broadcast each time I get the chance to be at games, even though they are few and far between now as life is picking up. But thank you all so much for tuning in to this game and all the others that I broadcast, from baseball to soccer to basketball even this year. Thank you to Mr. Russell for giving me this opportunity, and we'll catch you at a game here shortly. But meanwhile, congratulations to the boys. Coupville, safe travels. They will meet again on Thursday on the road at Coupville. We'll catch you guys at another game with your Hurricanes here shortly on MVC TV.